Use baking soda like this before bed. It detoxes your hormones and calms PCOS. Are you tired of feeling like your body is in a constant state of rebellion? A confusing and painful battleground that you no longer recognize? Are you weary from the exhaustion of polycystic ovary syndrome? The frustrating weight changes that defy all your efforts? The hair that seems to thin in one place while appearing unwanted in another? The deep, persistent fatigue that settles into your bones? And the agonizing uncertainty of your own cycles? It is a lonely and draining experience, and my heart is with you. But I have good news, a message of profound hope that doesn't come from a complicated prescription or an expensive, inaccessible regimen. The path to balance may be found in the most humble, simple, and unexpected of places, perhaps already sitting in your kitchen cupboard. What if the key wasn't to fight your body with more aggression, but to gently, mindfully, invite it back to a state of peace? In today's video, we are exploring a profound and gentle approach, drawing inspiration from the deep wisdom of monastic stillness and the Buddhist philosophy of balance, pairing it with an incredibly simple substance, baking soda, to help calm the internal storm of PCOS, gently support your body's natural detoxification, and usher in a sense of peace, especially before you sleep. This isn't just about a home remedy. It's about a shift in perspective, a new way of caring for yourself with intention and compassion. So please stick around, because the connection between this profound, ancient wisdom and this simple white powder might just be the missing piece of the puzzle you have been so desperately searching for. And you do not want to miss these life-changing insights into your own healing. Before we begin this journey together, I would love to feel your presence and connect with our growing community. Where in the world are you joining me from today? Please let me know in the comments below, and feel free to share any questions or burdens that are weighing on your heart. This is a safe space, and if you have been searching for a place that offers real support, understanding, and gentle, holistic guidance for your health, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and be sure to turn on all notifications so you never miss a health-boosting tip or a message of hope from Sacred Women's Health. First, let's talk about the chaos, the internal fire that PCOS brings into our lives, and why this search for simplicity and balance, inspired by ancient wisdom, is not just a preference, but an absolute necessity for our healing. The journey of living with PCOS often feels like walking through a dense, confusing fog. One of the most painful parts of this condition is the feeling of disconnect from your own body, the sense that it is working against you. And this confusion is amplified by the world around us. We are often told it's our fault, that we just need to lose weight, or try harder, or eat less. This narrative is not only unkind, it is profoundly untrue. What you are experiencing is not a failure of your willpower. It is not a punishment. It is a complex systemic imbalance, a body crying out for help, a system overwhelmed. In many holistic traditions, and certainly within the philosophies of mindfulness that Buddhist monks embody, this state of disease, or more accurately, dis-ease, is seen as a loss of equilibrium. Your body, in its infinite wisdom, is doing the best it can to cope with a modern world that often bombards it with stressors, inflammatory foods, environmental toxins, and a pace of life that leaves no room for rest or repair. PCOS is deeply intertwined with inflammation, with insulin resistance, with a hormonal system that is, quite simply, overburdened. This creates an internal environment that is often described as acidic or fiery, a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation that fuels the very symptoms that cause us so much pain. You are not alone in this. Millions upon millions of women are walking this exact same path right now, feeling isolated, unheard, and misunderstood. We are a vast sisterhood, often silent, but deeply connected by this shared experience. And here, in this space, we are choosing to change the narrative. We are moving away from the idea of fighting our bodies, and instead, we are learning to listen. We are learning to respond with compassion, with gentleness, and with the profound understanding that healing begins when we stop attacking the symptoms and start nourishing the root. This is the first step in the monastic tradition, cultivating compassion, especially for oneself. We are preparing the ground for healing by offering our bodies emotional safety and the promise of gentle, supportive care. So, where does this journey of gentle care begin? It begins with the simplest of intentions and the humblest of tools. The first solution we are going to explore is a substance you almost certainly have in your home right now: sodium bicarbonate, known to all of us as simple baking soda. Now, how can this common household item possibly connect to the profound wisdom of monks and the complex reality of PCOS? The connection lies not in magic, but in philosophy and in physiology. In many Buddhist practices, the greatest truths and the most powerful tools are often the most simple, the most overlooked. They emphasize purity, simplicity, and the return to balance. Baking soda, in its chemical nature, is an alkaline substance. Its entire purpose is to neutralize acidity. When we look at PCOS through the lens of holistic health, we see that chronic inflammation and metabolic stress create an acidic environment in the body. This doesn't necessarily mean your blood pH is changing. That's a tightly regulated system, but rather that the cellular environment, the tissues, and the digestive system are under an acidic load from stress, metabolic dysfunction, and inflammatory byproducts. This acidic fire is a state of stress, and baking soda is, in its essence, a peacemaker. It is a gentle extinguisher to that fire, helping to lighten the load on your body's detoxification systems, particularly the kidneys and liver, which are working so hard to manage the hormonal and metabolic chaos of PCOS. It's not about curing the condition overnight, but about supporting your body in its tireless moment-by-moment effort to find equilibrium again. It's about creating a more peaceful, less hostile internal environment so that healing can finally have a chance to take root. May I ask you something personal? How many times have you looked in the mirror or sat alone in the quiet of the evening and felt completely, utterly alone in this? How many times have you felt like a stranger in your own body, as if no one around you could possibly understand the depth of the fatigue, the frustration, or the grief that comes with this struggle? I know that feeling. I know how deeply that aches in the center of your chest. And I need you to hear this and to really take it into your heart. You are not alone in this fight. You are not. If this feeling resonates with you, if you have ever felt that profound isolation, I would be so grateful if you would leave a comment right now saying, "I understand this struggle." Please, write exactly that. Your message isn't just a comment on a video. It is a beacon. It is a hand reaching out in the darkness, letting another woman who is feeling lost and alone tonight know that she is seen, that she is heard, and that she is part of a community that truly understands. Your words have power, and we need them. Thank you. Now, you might be asking, can a tiny pinch of baking soda, something I use for baking or cleaning, really make a difference for something as enormous and complex as my hormonal health? It is a fair and important question. The answer lies in understanding the principle, not in expecting a miracle. We are not talking about taking large, aggressive doses, which can be dangerous. We are talking about a gentle, mindful microdose. The wisdom here, much like the monastic approach, is less is more. It is about the subtle, consistent nudge toward balance. This is not a pharmaceutical intervention. It is a physiological support. By introducing a small amount of alkalinity, you are gently buffering the acidic load, which is scientifically shown to place stress on our internal systems, especially our kidneys. When your body is less busy fighting this acidic fire, it has more resources, more energy to dedicate to the real work, regulating your hormones, healing your metabolism, and managing your detoxification pathways. And if this information is already starting to make sense, if you're feeling a little spark of hope, would you do me a small kindness and hit that like button? It truly helps this message reach more women who need to hear it. The practical application of this is where the before bed part becomes so important, and where the mindfulness comes in. Night is the sacred time when your body finally switches from doing to healing. It is when your liver does its heaviest detoxification work, when your brain clears out toxins, and when your cells repair. This is the body's natural monastic rhythm of renewal. So the ritual is this. About an hour before you intend to sleep, take a tall glass of clean, filtered water. Add a very small amount, and I mean small, perhaps 1/8 to 1/4 of a teaspoon. Stir it until it is completely dissolved. Now, this is the most important part. Do not just drink it down like a chore. This is where the Buddhist wisdom transforms the action. Hold the glass in your hands. Take a deep breath. This is not medicine. This is an intention. As you drink it, slowly, mindfully, set an intention for your body. I am supporting my body's peace. I am gently clearing the stress of the day. I am inviting balance. This ritual itself is a form of medicine. You are signaling to your nervous system that the day is over, that it is safe to rest, and that you are an active, compassionate participant in your own healing. This mental and emotional act of self-care is just as powerful as the physical properties of the water. But that is just the beginning. This internal balancing is the first step, but the next step is even more powerful and addresses the vessel of our body, a practice that is deeply rooted in purification rituals, and it is often overlooked in our busy modern lives. The next part of this gentle, purifying practice is about external detoxification, which in turn reflects and supports internal peace. This is the practice of purifying the vessel, your physical body, from the outside. Monastic traditions often include rituals of cleansing, not just for hygiene, but as a spiritual practice of release. We are going to use our humble baking soda again, but this time in a therapeutic bath. Our skin is our largest organ, a massive, porous boundary between us and the world, and it is a key pathway for detoxification. It also absorbs what we put on it. With PCOS, many of us struggle with skin issues, from hormonal acne to rashes and inflammation, all signs of that internal fire trying to find a way out. A baking soda bath is a profoundly gentle and effective way to soothe this inflammation. The alkalinity of the water helps to neutralize the acidic mantle of stressed skin, calming irritation and softening it. But again, the true power is in the ritual. This is not just a bath. It is a mindful ceremony of release. So, how do we do it? You will run a warm bath, not uncomfortably hot, as that can be stressful for the body. As the tub fills, add a generous amount, perhaps a half a cup to a full cup of baking soda, swishing it to dissolve. You can, if you wish, add a few drops of a calming essential oil like lavender or chamomile, but the baking soda alone is the true workhorse. Now, the practice. For 20 minutes, your only job is to soak. This is not the time to scrub, or plan, or worry. This is the time to surrender. As you lie in the water, practice mindfulness. Feel the sensation of the water holding you, supporting you. Notice the stillness. Visualize the heat and acidity of your day, the stressful email, the frustrating conversation, the spike of anxiety. Visualize it all dissolving from your body, out of your pores and into the water. The water is holding it for you. This is a powerful act of release. It tells your nervous system, in no uncertain terms, that it is safe to move from that fight or flight mode, sympathetic, to the rest and digest and heal and repair mode, parasympathetic. This shift is critical for hormone regulation, as it helps to lower cortisol, the stress hormone that is so often a major driver of PCOS symptoms. When your 20 minutes are up and you pull the drain plug, perform one last act of intention. As you watch the water spiral away, visualize it taking all that stress, all that inflammation, all that emotional weight, draining it completely away from you. You step out of the tub lighter, cleaner, and more peaceful, both inside and out. This practice of internal and external balancing Using one of the simplest substances on earth is a profound act of self-compassion. But there is a third, and arguably most essential, element that Buddhist wisdom emphasizes above all else for true, lasting peace, and it has nothing to do with what you consume or soak in, but everything to do with what you create within your own mind. We must gently address the mind toxins as well. We have now come to the final and perhaps most crucial element of this practice. We have addressed the internal environment with the alkaline water. We have addressed the external vessel with the purifying bath. Now, we must address the source of so much of our body's fire, the mind. A monk's primary practice is not what they eat or drink. It is how they think, or more accurately, how they relate to their thoughts. We cannot talk about healing PCOS, which is so deeply entwined with the stress hormone cortisol, without talking about our mental and emotional state. We live in a near constant state of anxiety about our symptoms. Why am I gaining weight? Am I infertile? Will I ever feel normal again? Why is this happening to me? These thoughts, while completely understandable, are a form of mind toxin. They are acidic. They flood our bodies with more cortisol, which in turn worsens insulin resistance, which worsens our hormonal imbalance, which worsens our symptoms, and the cycle is vicious. The great wisdom of the Buddhist approach is not to fight these thoughts. You cannot stop being anxious by just telling yourself to stop. That's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. The wisdom is in detachment, not a cold, unfeeling detachment, but a compassionate one. The practice is mindfulness. The goal is to realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the sky, and your anxious thoughts are just the clouds passing through. You don't have to believe them. You don't have to board that train of thought and ride it to a panic attack. You can simply observe it. So here is the final part of your before-bed ritual. After your mindful glass of water, after your purifying bath, you are in a state of physical calm. Now, just sit. You don't need a special cushion or a mantra. Sit on the edge of your bed for just 2 minutes. That's all. Set a gentle timer. And for those 2 minutes, just breathe. Notice the sensation of the air entering your nose, filling your lungs, and leaving your body. Inevitably, a thought will arise. This is silly. I'm doing it wrong. I forgot to reply to that text. What if my PCOS gets worse? When the thought comes, and it will, simply label it. In your mind, just say, a thought about PCOS, or a planning thought. And then gently, like guiding a lost puppy, bring your attention back to your breath. That's it. That's the whole practice. You are not trying to have an empty mind. You are practicing noticing your thoughts without becoming them. This 2-minute practice is perhaps the most powerful hormone detox of all. You are, in real time, calming your nervous system. You are lowering your cortisol. You are telling your endocrine system that you are safe. This is the ultimate act of balance. This is the integration of the mind and body. This is the deep, simple, profound wisdom that monks have practiced for millennia, and it is available to you right now for free. These 3 steps, the gentle internal alkalizing, the purifying external soak, and the mindful release of thought, are not a cure. They are a practice. They are a gentle, compassionate, and holistic way to support your body's innate wisdom and its profound desire to heal. This approach, inspired by the simplicity of monastic life, honors the connection between your mind, your body, and your spirit. It takes you out of the role of being a victim to your symptoms and empowers you as an active, loving participant in your own wellness. It's not about a quick fix, but about a sustainable, loving relationship with yourself. And if this message of gentle, mindful healing has resonated with you, if it feels like a soft place to land in the midst of your struggle, I gently encourage you to subscribe and join our community. We are dedicated to exploring these paths together. If you have made it this far, if you have stayed with me through this entire journey, it means you are truly searching. You are searching for answers, for relief, and for a hope that feels real and sustainable. I want you to know that this channel, Sacred Women's Health, was created exactly for that. It was created to be a sanctuary, a safe space to help you understand your beautiful, complex body, to help you regain a sense of control, and to find solutions that actually work, solutions that honor your whole being, not just your symptoms. Please, always remember, you are not alone here. You are never alone on this path. We are building a community, a strong and supportive space where women just like you, women who understand, can find support, compassion, and real information that makes a tangible difference in your life. If this is the kind of guidance you have been looking for, if this is the kind of supportive community you have been craving, I warmly invite you to subscribe right now, and please be sure to turn on the notifications. Every single video we create is another step taken together toward a healthier, a more balanced, and a truly, deeply happier you. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Be gentle with yourself tonight.